Hi there, this is Paul Hardingham from paulhardingham.com, and this is my genuine, honest review on Razzleton. Should you invest your money in this opportunity or not? Okay, so one of my subscribers asked me to do a review on Razzleton, and I will tell you right from the start, it is an illegal cash gifting Ponzi scheme, and you should avoid it by all means. Now look at here, we've got package here, stability 2.3% daily for 30 days. Anyone who's promising daily percentage guaranteed returns, they are nothing short of Ponzi schemes. They will collapse, they will vanish. Now, this really is a nice looking website. It's probably one of the best looking Ponzi schemes I've seen. And I've done a lot of reviews on a lot of Ponzi schemes. They've all collapsed. There's a couple that are still just going, just managing to hold on. But essentially, the money is paid out to earlier investors by later investors joining the Ponzi scheme. There is actually no product or service here whatsoever. It's nothing but a fancy website to pull you in, to make you give money into the system, and then pay those money out to the newer investors. And it will vanish at some point, and it will probably be fairly quickly, this one, because these are very high percentage returns they're talking about on a daily basis. You've only got to get a calculator, work out what this means in a year type basis or something like that, and you'll see it's completely unsustainable. Let's go and have a look now and highlight a few details to give you some more example as to why this is a scam. First thing, let's look at these methods of payment that they accept. There is no credit card or debit card or bank transfer. If you use a credit card online, you've got some sort of protection against fraud, but with these methods, Bitcoin, Solid Trust Pay, Payzer, none of these people will allow you to get your money back once you decide that this is a scam and that you're not getting your income. Okay, so that's the first one. Secondly, address. Let's have a look at the address here, 12 Chelmsford Road, London. There are actually 33 companies registered at this address, and that means it's nothing more than accountants, just a registration place. There is no physical company at this address. It is simply a by name only. And again, you should be very careful, especially when you've got companies like this. Russian Trading Company Limited use this address as well. And so that's another big red warning sign. There's no proper full address. If we go to this page here, this is the Wayback Machine web archive. Now they're talking about Razzleton being years and years old. Well, this is the picture of the website on January the 5th, 2014. And here it says the project's in development and domain may be for sale. So just a couple of years ago, as I'm recording this video, this website was for sale. It wasn't owned by Razzleton Healthcare at all. And you can go back prior to that, and it was privately owned by someone just developing a website under construction and so on. But they've picked a domain name here that goes back a long time. And by buying a domain name that goes back like that, they've managed to give the impression that the date goes back a long way. Let's have a look and see what else we can find. Razzleton.com, if we go to who.is, we can see that the domain name here is registered by Jaden Woods. If you try and find any information about Jaden Woods, you would think on a 20-year-old company, a multi-billion dollar company probably, 20 years in the business, you would think Jaden Woods would be found on LinkedIn and places like that. But no, Jaden Woods appears to be a completely fictitious name purely for the domain name registration. So be very careful on that front as well. If we look at the company's house registration, we can see that the actual registered office listed at Company's House, this is the UK registration, is actually a PO box address. It's the Company's House default address. There is no physical address for Razzleton Healthcare. We can also see that this company was registered, incorporated on the 8th of September 2016. So that doesn't suggest a 20-year-old company, does it? As I'm recording this video, that's just over 3 months old. So again, a big red warning sign there, 8th of September. Now, also the Facebook group, if you go to that and scroll back, you'll see that that group was registered on the 8th of September as well. Again, a very recent scam. Again, under the people, if you were looking at a multi-million dollar company, you would have far more than one person on the company directors. All we've got is this Jaden Woods. And I dare say if we look at Jaden Woods, we will find that, yes, they have no other appointments. So normally someone who's a director of a big company They would also have multiple appointments, perhaps a non-executive directorship with other companies and so on, or they'd set up other companies. Again, this suggests to me, with only one company appointment, that Jaden Woods is a totally fictitious person. So again, another reason to be very, very careful. So, a great looking website, but it is nothing short of a Ponzi scam. Do not put your money in this. It will vanish at some point, probably very rapidly. It's just some fancy graphics, some quick $20 code to actually produce this. Be very, very careful. Avoid it like the plague. Do feel free to share this video with other people. Want to get the message out as much as possible. In a Ponzi scheme, 95% at least, 95% of people lose money. Some people make money, and the only argument people will have is saying, but I've been paid. Just because you've been paid, of course you're going to get paid initially. That's the whole point, how they suck in more mugs to the game. If they weren't paying, then people wouldn't join it. People wouldn't refer other people, because there's, if you weren't getting paid, you wouldn't refer other people. And so the Ponzi scheme itself would collapse far quicker. So they will naturally want to pay out people initially, just to try and make sure there's some momentum. People essentially put their money back in. And when they're paying out as well, don't forget, if you've come in here a minimum of $1,000 for the stability plan, they're paying out 2.3% per day. All they're doing is paying you back some of the money you've given them. So that doesn't mean that they're making good investments. If they happen to pay you back $23 in a day on your $1,000 investment, they can afford to do that for, 40 days? And all they'll have done is given you your own money back. So it is nothing but a Ponzi scheme. Do avoid. I hope you found this review useful. Please, like I said, feel free to share, comment on this video to help other people see it. And thanks for watching. This is Paul Hardingham from paulhardingham.com.